We're live. Welcome to the Business Hour live show. A big shout out to Austin. Again, one of just a few that have actually chipped in this year with some creativity. Which I'll take it. You know, anybody that's willing to help out is good for me.
You know, I think overall there's a lot of interaction going on in the league this year, which I think there normally is anyway.
Right.
But it seems like it's at a new level this year. I don't know why. Maybe I'm paying attention to it. I don't think I ever did before. So.
It's because you're participating.
Oh,
this
yeah,
year.
Of course. It's all about me, Diamond Light.
Right.
So, you know, I know last week was a little bit of a mess. So I think we came up with some good things to bring up. I don't think we brought up anything.
We
like
didn't.
Our visual aids didn't even come in till the very end. You know, it's hard doing this show every week. We're on a really tight budget. Our sponsors left us, the beer company and the coffee company. It's just not a quality program. We didn't want to have a part of it. But, you know, hoping to get some things on the horizon to maybe help that situation out. You know, I put some feelers out. I called Nike. All right, I figured they were willing to put Kaepernick as the front of a campaign. They might take a chance on us.
See, I figured that with you being a Maryland alum, you could have reached out to Under Armour.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I gotta get a new marketing crew.
I feel like Under Armour has too high of a quality standard
for this.
Yeah, we need to grow in, you know, this role that we have created for ourselves. That
we're more of a champion brand. Is that what?
Yeah, I think so. This freaking cat.
yeah. I told you just gotta push him away. He's not gonna leave you alone.
All right. So, sponsors. That's done.
Yeah. All right. That's the one thing we planned.
Yeah. So. You know, this is an interesting week. A lot of surprising things occurred. You won again. That's the first surprising thing.
I gotta move this to the side so we can see the YouTube chat.
Oh yeah.
In case somebody chips in, which nobody did. We got 2 viewers right now.
Oh, that's great.
But nobody chipping in yet.
No. That's what we had the one day where Austin went crazy on the convict team, and then we haven't had a word of peep since then.
Yeah, been total letdown since then. We are fielding YouTube chat, or if anybody wants to text me a question or a comment, or the phone lines are open. So let's dive into this. I'd like to say I got mixed feelings here. Super excited I won.
Yeah, you should be. You scored it terribly.
I'm 2-2.
You stole a win.
I'm starting to think that I may not outscore you this year, but I may end up with a better record.
Yeah, that's true. I don't disagree with that.
However, I'm very disappointed because I don't know if you watched my latest video with the Major League scene.
I did.
I was when I won last week for the first time. I was so excited. I've been holding on to that video.
How many cats do you have in this house?
Enough. Too many.
Okay.
You pet one, you gotta pet them all. Anyway, so I've been holding on to that clip since week 1, waiting to win, so I could post it because I love it. He's like, "We won today," or we won yesterday. If we win today. And we win next week, it'll be a winning streak. Whatever the fuck the line is. Now I'm butchering it. But I was so excited to use it. I love that movie.
I like that you're stepping up even further. You added your face to it.
right.
That's a new level. You know, it was usually just a nice voice.
On Serrano's body.
Yep.
But I wanted to post it before my game with Rodney. Because the whole premise is he's talking about winning the second game to start the winning streak.
Based off of your predictions video, you had a real high hope of winning that game. You really thought you were all over it.
I thought I saw AJ Green up against Atlanta, and I was like, Atlanta is a hot piece of garbage. Yeah. There's no way that I'm winning this game. I felt certain that AJ Green was going to have 1 billion points.
Yeah, you did say that. I'm like 500 catches, I believe. You're gonna get
it was roughly that.
Yeah, those projections. I actually podcasted your segment there over the past 3 car drives that I've been on.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's the only podcast I've ever, if it were an actual podcast, it would have been the first podcast I've ever listened to in my entire life. But,
the Business Hour prediction show coming to iTunes and wherever the hell else. iHeartRadio. And
it did entertain me. I don't think that there's that many people out there that would be entertained by it, though. But you know what? Throw it out there. See what happens.
Right. Well, and to be honest, it's funny because of the ones to podcast opposed to like watch, that would be the one because I had no time this weekend. So I made no edits at all. Like, none whatsoever. I just threw it up there and was like, fuck it, it's up.
Yeah.
Which I was very sad about because I enjoyed the edits from the week before.
Yeah, it was, but I did, just listening to it, you know, your predictions, I like how bold you're going. You know, you're going in a new direction.
You hear it here first every single
week. You hear something here first. A whole bunch of bullshit, but that's what you hear first. But I mean, you know, you went from just making some small predictions to really going for it this week.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so when we were doing the recap before we started filming, and we were going through, and I was looking at some of my predictions the week before, I was like, man, I'm actually on top of a couple of these. Like, I was pretty damn close. I was like, this is good. It was a mistake because I got my confidence up.
Yeah. That's what happens. You start bragging, and then bad things happen to you.
So, anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy this week's. With that said, I would like to thank Rodney for having Howard in his lineup and Sammy Watkins, who got hurt. I was so nervous going into Monday night's game.
Yeah, he was hurt first quarter too.
Yep, because I was like, with Mahomes, there's no way Watkins is not scoring at least 15. 12, yeah. With that said, I would like to shout out to Leonard Fournette, still supporting the jersey, even though like fucking piece of shit can't stay on the field.
Yeah, that did happen in his college career too, so you can't not expect it. Now, was O.J. Howard out before the game started?
I don't know.
Because if he was, I mean, I saw, because I have to look through everyone's pickups now, I saw that he picked up a tight end, and I'm thinking that he wanted to put him in, and he didn't. And that was 12 points right there.
That's funny. I hope that is
If you go to his bench, I'm pretty sure it's Osamoah or somebody.
Yeah, I think he picked up Cincinnati's.
Where is it?
Oh,
he's gone.
He's gone.
No, he had him. He
dropped
him.
He
didn't play him.
Right.
Was it 12 points? Because that's what I'm almost positive it was 12 points.
Oh wait, no. Antonio Gates. He's right there. 12 points.
12 points. So
a reception or a touchdown.
Of course,
2 catches.
That's all he ever does is catch touchdowns.
Ridiculous.
But what did he lose by?
11. And then,
There's the win right there.
I'm
almost positive that he had picked him up last week, and if O.J. Howard was out, it makes sense that he would have picked him up. Didn't put him in, loses the game.
I love it.
Where do you ever expect Drew Brees to score 23 points? What game? Like, that's the only game I didn't pay any attention to. They scored 33 points. He only had 18 completions, no touchdowns. That's a very un-Drew Brees-like line there. This is becoming a standard Russell Wilson line.
And I'm thrilled. And that is true about Russell Wilson. He's been a complete letdown. With that said, I'm 2-2. Yep. I no longer have a losing record.
Yeah. And your running backs are coming on. I looked at this.
Leonard Fournette with his 8 points.
I looked at this. Not him.
I know. Naeem Hines. The next Darren Sproles.
Apparently better than Darren Sproles. I actually watched the review of that game because it looked entertaining. And he looked really good. So, you know.
I tell you what,
best Colts back. That's all
I was going to say. I tell you what, Austin. We don't do the give Mac a whack segment until the prediction show. But here's a sneak peek. Naeem Hines is the best running back for Indianapolis by far.
Not even close.
Yeah, and
he's available for trade.
Yeah, he is. he very much so is. And Michelle or Michael, or is it Michelle?
I'm gonna go with Michelle.
I still don't know. I let Jordan make that mistake, and he didn't know either.
I almost the only time I ever heard him say his name was in the bowl championship, and I'm almost positive they said Michelle.
I think so.
Sonny Michelle.
33 points. I'll take it every day.
All day, every day.
Sorry for lingering.
That's all right. You don't win very often,
so rare.
So you gotta make sure that you cover it. But yeah, I mean, you know, you stole a win. It's good. That's what this league's all about.
It is what this league's
about. Why is it that my game is always right after yours? Does it know that I'm sitting here or something?
It might.
So it just feels like we just focus on ourselves, but that is not by that was sitting there next in queue. So
it's not by design.
Yep. So here's I was expected to lose this game. I expected to lose it so much I didn't pick up a kicker.
I saw that.
Yeah, and it worked out because I'm pretty sure no kicker scored 45 points. Almost positive.
Almost positive.
But I didn't look, so we can do that.
I was gonna
because
say,
we have the technology.
We do have the technology.
Even on the tight budget we're on, we still
I
search
still
the internet.
own a computer.
Yeah. But if I had Justin Tucker all season, he would have won it.
Exactly. So, like, even all season.
But yeah, no, so obviously kicker wasn't going to win that game for me. I kind of mailed it in. I also went to an Orioles game and didn't pay attention in the morning. And therefore didn't have a kicker not only in this league, but also in another league.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why would you go to an Orioles game?
You know, it's a fan. A true fan supports his team even when they suck.
They're
terrible. They won.
I was going to say, coming from a Reds fan who was potentially one of the worst teams in the National League, like the Orioles by comparison.
Yeah, no, it was actually
garbage.
It's a sappy reason. Adam Jones is leaving, the best Oriole of this decade, and therefore I felt like someone needed to go support him.
I mean, I get you.
Yeah, and Buck Showalter, the manager, best manager, he's gone as of this morning.
Right.
But I guess he should be. I like him, but you know, if you lose 116 games, you probably. It's not his fault necessarily, but that's a whole different story. We're not here to talk about baseball. But that is the main reason. I did intend to pick up somebody, and then I completely forgot about it.
This is no longer the business hour. This is the I'm going to rant and rave about how fucking much I hate the new wild card system in baseball.
Are we gonna wait?
Buckle up.
Hold on, I'm a part of this show, and I can divert.
Buckle up, because I got some things to say.
Let's hold that off till the end. I really don't want to talk about this game. I mean, I knew I was going to lose. I didn't really pay that much attention to it. What I do want to talk about is how awesome Patrick Mahomes is. I don't care. Like,
do you see
it's about the only thing that I am enjoying this football season is watching Patrick Mahomes play.
Right. Did you see that left-handed throw?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's like he's all of the best quarterbacks combined into one person. I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, he has no defense. It's going to be shootouts all the time. Right. So
Mary and I are watching the end of the game and tell her, you know, like at that point she had a. Well, yeah, we'll talk about it when we cover her.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, my team is not great. Somehow I still put up a consistent amount of points. It doesn't really matter who I put in.
250 to 270.
But to the point that I said last week, it doesn't matter who I pick up. They score more than who I have in. Look at this bench. There's no way that anyone plays. I picked Cootie up because Cootie. Old Kiki Cooter. I picked him up, and because I drafted him. And I was like, if he's gonna play, I gotta have him on my team. I had faith in him during the draft process where I was blitzed, and you know, you always make your best decisions when you drink a lot. Right. So I saw he was gonna play. I was like, I'm gonna put him on my team. But I'm not going to play. I'm just going to see what he does.
11 for 109 is what he does.
15 targets. I watched that too because, I mean, freaking luck going nuts. I thought it was going to be fun to watch, and it was. There's no defense there either. But then Nick Chubb I just picked up because he was sitting there.
Old Chubby.
Yeah, he was sitting there, and I don't have any running backs. So I was like, well, what the hell? Next year I could have a running back. I'll pick up Nick Chubb. And then he runs 3 times for 105 yards.
And a solo tackle.
Oh, that's right. And there are so many offensive people getting tackles this year. It's crazy. You already covered that in your segment, though. So
yeah, and Kittle too on the bench. Look,
yeah,
man, you got 3 guys on your bench that scored half of what my whole team scored.
Yeah,
and none of them are quarterbacks.
And if I was a diamond level player, I could have massaged this team to win this game. But you know. You don't win every year, so I'm okay. I'm still aiming for first pick overall.
Right.
And I'm on my way to it. I'm in 8th place. I'm moving my way down into the lower ranks. I'm gonna get there.
I gotta say, when I was looking at the score, my on Sunday night, I was looking at it. I pulled it up and saw you had no kicker, and I was like, yeah, I mean. Like you said, kicker wouldn't have mattered, but I thought to myself, like, I wonder who Zum had on his bench that was like too important to plug in a kicker. And like I scroll down and I see this Cootie guy, 37 points. I'm like, who the fuck is that? like even now, like I have no clue who this guy is. Didn't even know he was in the league. And then I laughed really hard at Chubb.
Yeah.
Like because I saw his name and I was like, that's one of those guys that he'll never make a difference fantasy wise, but he's got a funny name.
Yeah.
So like, I hope he stays on a roster. And then I'm like, 42 points.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
On 3 rushes. He only touched the ball 3 times. 64-yard run, 42-yard run, benched.
That's outrageous.
Yep. But anyway, so I mean, my team is not good. Somehow, still scores about 250 points a week. So, I'll take it.
Jeez, this whole I will.
I love Julio Jones' stat lines every single time I see him. 9 receptions, 173 yards, ran the field almost 2 full times, didn't find the end zone.
0 touchdowns.
Not possible. Can't ever. He doesn't like. I don't get it. He's 6'5" or 6'3",
Right.
and he can't catch a touchdown pass to save his life.
not-
Yet Calvin Ridley,
Right.
7 inches shorter, has 5 touchdowns over the past 2 weeks.
And it's not like they have like a big tight end that's gobbling
No.
up red zone. Well, that's the problem. It's because with Atlanta, like they either score a touchdown from 20 yards out or they don't score a touchdown.
That's true. They're terrible. Well, not this year though. Past couple
yeah?
games, I mean, they're scoring. They're scoring a good. Clip. I mean, you look at the scores. They just don't have a defense. They lose at the last second.
Yeah.
Every single game. So
Must be miserable being a Falcons fan.
I mean, you're a Cowboys fan. I'm not going to say much about that. But let's move on to the next game. Good job, Chris. You won a game you were supposed to win.
Such a backhanded compliment.
Oh wait, but we do
Good
have to
job
touch-
for doing your job.
We do have to touch on one thing though,
Okay.
because I did owe him a hat because I said I would give hats
Right.
out to diamond level players. I do want to say that things that are said during the show are not binding contracts. However, he's back out of being a diamond level player already,
Right. Already.
and somehow I moved up.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
All right, moving on to shit. Why do we have to talk about this?
I know.
Well, no, there's a good side to it too. So
Slimmer losing?
yeah, it's great. So
Putting up 299 points and losing by how much?
100.
Ah!
Oh my gosh!
It looks-
Bring it up. Let's. Oh shit! But that's not what I want to do. Shut up, phone.
Look, it looks like I'm not the. Looks like I'm not the only one in my division to lose by 100 this year,
Yep, that's right.
and for that,
Oh, he got bitch slapped by an octopus. That's so great.
That is fantastic.
It makes me so happy to see that,
At
but
least one
also
more
to see
time.
that it's because of Slimmer.
Oh.
I think that he probably would pride himself pretty good in the fact that he would never have been able to be the beatdown of the week. But, he put the bad part is he put up so many more points than we did. But he still got absolutely crushed.
He almost outscored me by 100, and he lost by 100.
Yeah, that is so. I mean, Jeff Lee, I kind of actually I think gave him some compliments last week.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah, I completely regret. I kind of thought he was like a halfway decent human being, and then he like started bragging. No one likes a bragger, but you know what? I kind of think we should go to Earl Thomas and see what he feels about Jeff Lee.
Our sideline correspondent.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Earl.
Hey
Thomas.
Earl, how you feeling about Jeff Lee? Oh,
all right. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Makes
about
sense.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, that's an incredible score. Is that the first 400-point game in this league?
I'm glad you bring this up because Austin, he sent me a message and was like, "Hey, is this the first time somebody scored 400? Jeff is going to be so thrilled. This is awesome." Like Austin being like living vicariously through Jeff being like, because Jeff scored 400, it's almost like he felt like he scored 400.
Oh yeah,
He was so happy about it. They got that brother thing
yeah.
going. So I looked it up, and there's been 4 400-point games.
Wow.
Uh,
And that is since we went to defensive players because we would have never got there before.
right. Now, there's still time for, and this is what gets me. So tomorrow's Thursday.
Oh, stat correction.
Stat correction
time.
Thursday. I hope it drops him. Below
Now,
41.
whenever you had called the stat correction gods helping you out, it was already showing that was going to happen because it had someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it here where the projections and the actual it showed something, and I saw that it was missing 2.5 points because it missed a tackle or something.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't actually looked
So in this case, I mean, we'd have to go watch all of these games and figure out how many tackles.
Right.
And the other thing, so the other reason I watched the Colts game is I wanted to see how the hell that linebacker for the Colts is getting so many solo tackles. I didn't even notice him.
Right. No, and that's one of the frustrating things with the NFL's stats with tackling. They'll just tack them onto big name guys. Anyway, so there is still a stat correction chance. Like sometimes you'll get like a play that was ruled a pass during the game, but it gets changed to a run because it was actually a backwards pass.
Yep.
A lateral, as we like to call it. So like maybe
we are professionals.
Maybe Copper Cup in his 56 points, maybe one of those 9 receptions was actually a run.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fantastic. That would drop him below 400.
That would be great.
There's tons of opportunities.
Oh, speaking of Copper Cup.
Okay.
I was going to say something really stupid.
That's what most of what we say is.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, I was going to say he was worth his weight in scrap metal.
Yeah.
But then I looked it up. He weighs 208 pounds. Scrap metal's like $2
right.
13 cents per pound for copper.
He was.
So it'd only be worth $600, and I'm pretty sure he makes that per catch in this game. So
I think so too.
Yeah.
So the exciting thing with 401 and a half, there's plenty of opportunity for that to be like 399 and a half, which would be fantastic. I would be so happy if that was the case.
That would be good. Especially because he got so happy about naming himself a 400 club.
So the other 400 club members, I'm actually part of it.
Are you serious?
And my 400 was a 401.
Okay.
So he's a half point better, but with stat corrections, once again,
you have a chance.
I have a chance.
Yep.
Now, the other 2 400-point games is this man sitting right next to me. Zum, 2 of them, the 2 highest scores we've ever had. You had 411 points in Week 5 of 2013, and you had 442 points.
Holy shit. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, same season, 2013, Week 13.
Okay.
Week 13, last week of the season, probably sealing up your number 1 seed that year because apparently you were fucking amazing.
I'm gonna have to,
2 400-point games.
Look back to 2013. I feel like I would have been like, I mean, you know me, I probably would have bragged about that for a while, and yet I don't remember
it whatsoever. Yeah,
so the 400 club consists of you and I, and potentially Jeff, if it's solidified tomorrow.
Yeah, and the next high scores that are not part of the 400 club is both mine at 380 in 2016 Week 5 and 368 2015 Week 1.
That is most excellent information.
I did a little research.
Yeah. That makes me so happy.
But yeah, so of the 350 plus club, or I guess 365 plus club,
there are only 2 members
that
are verified at this moment.
They're you and I.
Well, Jeff, I guess...
And that's why the league gave us the show.
That's right. Because they voted, and they said, you guys deserve to talk to us every week about how good you are.
Oh, man. I love it.
Yeah, that is the best information that could have possibly come out of that, and I'm so happy that you didn't tell me beforehand, so I can find out right now.
I didn't tell you beforehand, which almost cost me forgetting to say it at all.
That's our new thing. We come up with a couple of things. We only come up with like 3 or 4 things to say.
I forget 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't know how that's possible. But yeah, Slammer, you suck. You're better than us, but you suck. So
wait, I'm getting something. Earl Thomas, he has an opinion on Slimmer. Let's check in. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I agree. You know what? He is the most accurate on-field analyst I have ever seen.
Man of few words.
You know, he gets across the point.
Yeah.
He gets across the point. So, yeah, we got Ben, Big Whoop versus bringing the gazpacho. That cold soup.
I like it. I don't like cold soup, though.
He had a chance. I guess 304 is
Sean Watson with 72 points. Holy cow!
That's Ben came down. Last week he was under 300. This week he's around 300. Apparently this year that might be a score that can be beat because quarterbacks are putting up ridiculous numbers.
This is outrageous. Yeah. I gotta say, I think the story that came out about Ben with Stormy Daniels really affected his performance.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, he really wasn't focusing.
Yeah, he was focused on getting that kiss.
Yeah, he really. I mean, that's what he was probably all week. He was like, I can't believe I couldn't get a kiss from a porn star.
Right. This guy had sex with Donald Trump, the most disgusting looking human being in the world.
And yet I couldn't even get a kiss. Oh, poor Big Ben. He probably feels like little Ben now. But yeah, I'm glad to see that he didn't score 90 points for once. That's good. I mean, he still had Kamara score 63. So
it's outrageous. And Jared Cook with a 46.
With the one thing we didn't talk about with Jeff's team, he had a couple people score 2 points.
Yeah, I know.
So if he could round out the rest of that roster,
you know what?
He might challenge for the number 1 score of all time.
I am curious because I never looked at his bench.
Not much.
He
didn't leave too many points. 12 points, I think. But yeah. So, and the thing, I mean, those guys can't. They could score something close to that. I mean, it seems to be picking up for him. I mean, obviously he started off 2 losses in a row, and now he's got 401 points. So he's doing something right.
That's not going to hold up with luck. That's not going to happen every week.
Well, if he throws 64 times, I mean, that's crazy.
If he throws 64 times, he's going to be out for another 2 seasons.
Potentially, but he's only throwing it like 3 yards at a time, so...
That's fair.
Yeah, he's not putting the effort into it.
Soft tossing.
That's right.
I'm off camera. I should soft tossing.
Yeah, you got to get the hand up there. Soft toss it up there.
Just a little soft toss.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, these guys, whenever we started this season, they started off 350, 3 weeks in a row, are contenders. But they're coming back down.
Pretenders now.
Yeah, they're coming back down, and we got Jeff Lee scoring 400 points.
Outrageous.
Yeah, so, I wanted to root for Jeff Lee, but I can't.
400 asterisks. It's not official yet.
That's true. I wanted to root for him because he already has won this league once. But
Jeff? Jeff hasn't won this league.
I think you go back. First year he was in it. Another one of your...
No. I know. I bet everything that I own in this house that he has not won.
Don't do that.
Because he has not won.
Don't do that.
I'm going to prove you wrong, and it's going to be on camera.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, I don't care if Jeff Lee won or not. I'm pretty sure he did.
He did not. You got Cody. You got this guy.
This guy, in case you didn't know who he's talking about.
Chris Miller. Slimmer. Josh Wojcik.
Who the hell's Electric Dream Machine?
Tim Mizak. I know, it's hard to believe because Tim's won the league twice. Tim Mizak.
Oh, okay, there it is. He lost to Slimmer. He lost
the championship game.
Okay, I'm back to... I don't like the reaction to being good all of a sudden. But I can root for Jeff again. Even though...
Because he hasn't won.
Because he hasn't won. But even though I was rooting for him last week, even though he had won, because I'd rather him win than someone else.
Well, yeah. So. I always root against Slimmer for the most part.
Yeah.
Which doesn't matter. He's not watching. So.
No. If he did watch, he will tell us how stupid we are. So
probably, yeah.
If there is no comment from Slimmer, we know that he is.
He did not watch. Because he couldn't sit back and just listen to us ramble on.
Yeah. If he did start watching, he probably only made it 5 minutes in.
Right. Did we even talk about this game? Yeah, big whoop. Big whoop, big win.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah, fuck. You did what you were supposed to do. Good job.
So, I like to see Mike win.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too. I like Mike,
and he did it by. It's not just a squeak by like yours.
He won convincingly.
Yeah, he won convincingly. He won with a score that you should win with.
He won with a quarterback that was not Dak Prescott.
That's true.
Because you can't win with Dak.
He threw Mitch Trubisky, and who I don't know who would have done that after his performances, but they threw 6 touchdowns in the first half.
Mike's got an inside man somewhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's friends with somebody.
I'm pretty sure I have said about Mike still, like, he wasn't doing very well. I think it's better than what he's gotten. Like, Carlos Hyde's been consistent. Marshawn Lynch put up 39 points. That's good.
His wide receivers are garbage.
Yeah, if Fitzgerald should have been better, but the whole team sucks.
Hey, Mike, if you're watching, I got that final piece. Mike, I got that final piece.
Yeah,
Crabtree, first round pick.
There you go. Just even it out. Even out the whole trade scenario.
Give it to me.
But the thing is, what did he score this week?
Crabtree?
Yeah.
Like 16.
There you go. That's consistent.
Or 12. I think it was a little less this week. But he's been around the 15, 16 every week.
Yeah, I still think, Calvin Ridley for Dylan's team, he's got a good building piece there for the future. I think that he's not going to go. He's not going to lose every game. I'm just going to put that out there. He's not going to lose every game.
I don't. Yeah, I mean.
Adam Jones is coming on. Aaron Jones. I'm thinking of the Orioles.
Adam Jones.
Or Pac-Man, one of the two. Did I already? Yeah, I've already screwed this up. We don't have that many segments. I can't even fucking get this right.
We're just blowing through this.
Yeah.
Missing segments left
whatever.
and right.
I'll come to that at the end.
Okay. Yeah, well, I gotta say that Mike's gonna win some games too. I could see Mike eventually becoming a contender for the number 1 pick next year.
Okay, so
that's why I want to trade you Crabtree for your number 1 pick.
So you can get that number 1 pick overall.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I want to win the number 2 overall pick
Yeah.
and have the first 2 picks. Oh my god, my team would be so good next year.
Not necessarily.
My team's gonna be so good. I'm already.
Didn't you have 5 first-round picks?
I'm gonna get a tattoo. 2019 fantasy football champion.
Oh,
yeah, but I didn't have first round picks that were the first 2 picks.
No, because that's right. What you did is you traded your 3rd and 7th overall pick for the number 1 pick, so you could have this guy.
That's true. Actually, I did do that.
And Slemmer could pick up Joe Mixon and Kareem Hunt. I remember some things. I might not know that Jeff Lee.
I had forgotten that was the trade, and now
Yeah.
I'm so sad. So sad.
Oh, yeah, that was the exact trade. But that's we haven't gotten to Dixie Wrecked yet, have we? No, we haven't.
No.
Okay, so I'm still good. I can still work in the stuff that I have here.
Smacked by these boys was smacking Dylan's team
Around.
I agree. Dylan's not going to lose every game. I mean, hell, you had Derek Carr on the bench with 82 points.
Would that have gotten him the win? Because that is a lot. So no, it wouldn't have.
No,
40 points.
No.
We've gotten close.
But Gabriel on the bench with 43.
But that's once again though. I don't know
Who starts him.
Right.
Nobody.
Because Anunwa's been doing good. What's his other receivers? Ridley and Sanders have both been doing good. There's no reason to put him in unless you switch out Aaron Jones.
But
he's
227. He would have beat Rodney and myself.
That's true. That's true. So I don't think he's going to lose every game. Not putting him in the top tier. But when we get to the end of the season, if some things round out for him, he will also be contending for number 1 overall pick.
Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I disagree with that 100%.
I'm saying that as someone who wants to compete for that pick. So,
right.
This is a weird game we
I
play here.
There's something you and Jordan are seeing because Jordan sees potential in Dylan's team also, but
Well, even while I was sitting there drafting, I thought that he was making good draft picks, and then in the end, it didn't come out to an overall
I felt like
team.
it too. Well, you know what? No, he's got. Doesn't he have Ingram on the bench?
Maybe.
Yeah,
that'll help.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm not gonna look it up.
I am interested. Like that's the one thing about Big Whoop's team. I'm interested to see what happens. I mean, Kamara scored 60 points a game right now. What happens to him?
I hope it comes down.
I hope so too, because he wasn't doing much rushing, but he's still doing some. So I don't know if he drops half of his snaps, doesn't lose half the yardage, but maybe he does something, brings Big Whoop down from his 300 points to 250.
I would be
not by one player.
I would be thrilled by that.
And once again, I'm not even rooting against Ben. Really, I mean, I hate that he's using Ben Roethlisberger as his quarterback. However,
right.
And I didn't mention this, but I picked up Jameis Winston this morning because no one else did, and I only did it so I could keep him on the bench because I don't think he deserves to play.
That's actually true. He doesn't.
Yep.
Fitzmagic deserves to play.
Exactly. Yeah. So he can't keep his hands to himself maneuver car. I, as the leader of the all-convict team, will keep him on my bench. No one can benefit from this man.
Can't keep Lobster out of his
unless you want to
either.
trade for him. Just, he was playing Atlanta week 5. So just putting it out there, he's going to score a shitload of points week 5. I'm going to have him on my bench. You want him? Come in with your draft picks.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah. So, I think I don't have anything else that I need to talk about until we get to
All right.
Dixie wrecked.
I will say, in this game, the Nightwings, we
Oh, I can talk about this too. I forgot about them.
yeah, we didn't even talk about this. Just for Fun's definitely squeaked out a victory here. I mean, it was
That's
20
a
some
good
points.
score,
I
man.
mean, it's a very good score.
But
Outscoring his
Kroom-
projection by 100.
That Kroom pickup really worked out for him.
Right?
You know, it's funny. I don't know. I can't remember a time whenever he had a consistent tight end. I mean, I know it was just for tight ends that 1 year.
Yeah,
but,
every time he gets a decent tight end, they get
and he
hurt.
kept 2.
Yeah, he has 2 tight ends on his bench that are hurt.
Yeah,
Or,
well.
oh no, Reed had a bye week.
Yep.
But Olsen's still out. Anyway, so with that being said, Austin scored 311 points with Ted Ginn Jr. putting up a big fat 0.
Yeah.
And Wilkins, the Indianapolis running back we all know and love, putting up 3.
Yep.
I'm just curious. I'm going to ask Nightwings player and Bloib Sports Network field correspondent Earl Thomas, how do you feel about Ted Ginn Jr. Putting up a big fat 0, Earl? Oh,
No, I can't believe
Yeah.
that that's what he would say about that.
yeah, that's your teammate, man. No respect.
No respect.
But I get it.
Yeah.
He plays to win the game.
He does. And so what's that right there? The linebacker scoring 23. Let's go back to. Oh shoot! How many points did he lose by? Oh, too many. Never mind.
24 and a
Yep.
half.
That ruins my later segment. Oh well. He does have a lot of points sitting there on his bench. I don't know if they would have helped him out, but definitely should be playing someone other than Wilkins. That's all I'm
Right.
gonna say. I mean, Ted Ginn should have scored something, but Drew Brees only scored 23.
Well, yeah. Let's go back and look at that bench real quick. So for Wilkins, is 3 points. Who Wilkins, hasn't really done much of anything all season.
Marlon Mack.
He's got Marlon Mack on his bench,
Yeah.
and
He's got him for another 4 years. 3 years.
right,
3 years.
And,
Sorry, we'll go ahead and count this one out.
Tavon Austin. He could have started. Oh wait, he scored 1 point.
But there's more we can talk about with Austin. Justin Houston. Oh my
Look at that,
gosh.
12 points.
That's too easy.
Put him back in the roster to score a big fat 12. And he had Davis on his bench who scored 20 and a half.
Oh my. But he's got Houston for another year. Watch out, league. Watch out.
All right, we've given Austin all hard enough. So how can
We haven't yet, actually.
how can we give Austin such a hard time when he's contributed so much to our league?
Yeah, so much. I mean, it is nice. I do like it. I do like
too.
it. League of Fruits and Nuts, very appropriate. But guess what? We've gotten to my Dixie Wrecked, and luckily, I would have forgotten about this. So we got the pickup of the
The
week.
pickup of the week.
And it's just, I think, as the one who comes up with the pickup of the week every week, I'm pretty sure that this happened last week, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out there anyway.
Okay.
We're going to go Landon Collins.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like Landon Collins.
He's, perpetually a number 1 DB in this league.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I think every year he has been either the number 1 or number 2
Back when I was young and
overall
dumb,
scoring.
I used a contract on Landon Collins once.
You did.
For
Defensive
1 year.
player, right?
1 year, yeah. Not in this league.
I'm interested to see if Darius Leonard holds up with what he's doing right now, if Ultralight will keep him. I'm interested to see that. He is in a walking boot right now, so that's probably not good for him.
Right.
But I'm trying to. It'll be a good barometer of what kind of manager he actually is.
It's true.
64 points, 48 points. That's a lot of points. Then
That is a lot of points.
it's a hard decision. Anyway, good luck to you, Cody. So pickup of the week is going to be Landon Collins. Put up 28 points here.
Pickup of the week.
Almost got him to a victory. Didn't, but almost.
So close.
The person that he was traded for, Luke Kuechly, put up an excellent 18 points. 10-point differential. It would have been even better. That's why I had to find out how much he lost by.
That's
if he would
funny.
have lost by less than 10 points.
It would have been the difference.
Yep.
That's fantastic. I'm so happy that Austin just throws away contracts and draft picks like it's his job for defensive players.
Yep.
Like he's
J.J. Watt.
the
So-
J.J. Watt, Justin Houston,
because we're here to make you feel better about yourself, Austin, or anybody else in that pack, I'll go ahead and keep track of the point differential that you have surrendered.
Yes,
by giving up Landon
new weekly
Collins.
segment.
Yep. So we're on the trade watch, and that just for anyone else who wants to make a trade, don't worry, I'll track it for you because I don't make trades. I made one trade and I hated it immediately. I'm never gonna make another trade.
Never again.
I'm sticking with my boys. I like my guys. They suck.
I was gonna say that's a rough sell.
Yep. But but anyway, the right now you're negative 10. It didn't cost you a win yet, but you did lose your second round draft pick and fifth, I think.
Yeah.
Was it multiple? No, it was just a second.
Just a second.
But I know you can like a guy. That's cool. But
there's plenty of guys I like.
Yeah, you probably won't win
anything for. Now I like. So what I was gonna say earlier, we're watching the end of the Kansas City-Denver game, and at that point, Mary's winning by 2 points. It's 258 to 256, and I'm like, "Look at your score." And she's looking at it, and I said, if Kansas City gets into field goal range, my Dixie Rec had Bucker. I was like, if they get into field goal range, I said he's gonna nail that field goal. I said you're gonna lose by 1 point.
Yep.
And she was like so grumpy. She was upset because she was like, I don't want to lose again and be 0-4. And I was like, okay, well, Denver's putting on some pressure. Mahomes rolls out, being pressured, makes a throw with his left hand like some kind of fucking genie. And
while being chased by what is supposed to be one of the best linebackers in the league.
Right. And I just looked at Barry and I was like this, you're done. Like this is going to be. They're going.
Would that field goal have tied the game at that point? I don't think it would have. He needed the touchdown, didn't he?
No. The field goal would have tied it. They were losing by 3.
That's right. Touchdown wins.
And then Mahomes, being the beautiful bastard that he is, just continues to march down the field, playing to win the game as you do.
Yeah.
Putting it in the end zone.
Even after an intentional grounding penalty and a holding,
right?
Some 2nd and 30,
right?
Just goes back to back with a 25-yard pass and like a 36-yard pass.
It was one of the most. It's one of the little bit of footage I've been able to watch Mahomes this year, and I was just mesmerized.
Well, especially because he got so shut down the first half. It was looking like a new quarterback can't handle
the pressure of prime time,
and then he just went nuts.
So then, of course, Bucker gets the point after making it a 1-point game, but still in Mary's favor. So it would be pretty fantastic for her because last week I beat her by 1.5, and then this week she's going to win by 1 point if the stat correction gods don't fuck her over.
Yep.
But margin of her games are just way too close.
Yeah.
My heart wouldn't be able to take being in games like this every week.
Yeah.
If I was a contender, I'm not.
So once you give up, it's okay.
Right.
It does feel a lot better once you give up. I will tell you that.
But anyway, so that was an exciting game. John Brown for Baltimore, man. Like, could you stop catching balls? Crabtree needs those touches. He's my final piece.
Yeah, final piece to the number 1 pick.
I think we move on from that.
Yep. Well, I don't know if I have much to say about this game.
I don't either. I mean,
he's T-Flex. He's stepping up a little bit. 250. He would have beat you and whoever you're playing, which I already forgot.
The problem, I played Rodney. The problem with T-Flex, 249 looks good on paper.
Oh, absolutely. It's a number.
It's like, oh, that's a good score. That can win. That can win a game. You can win a game with 249.
Yeah.
But then you look a little deeper and you see Matt Ryan with 73 and Woods with 31. And you think to yourself, man, 249 is a really low score when you have 2 players score that much.
It is. I mean, but you see why. There's just nothing else there.
There's nothing else on this team.
The problem is Matt Ryan will have to score that many points every game if they want to win.
I apologize. We actually have our first caller of the night, Austin Lee. Hey, Austin, how are you doing?
Are you guys still live from BSN?
Yeah.
You're on live right now, buddy.
Yeah, you're live.
The link wouldn't work for me.
Oh,
it's too bad. We said all sorts of great things about you.
We've been talking about you.
Yeah, I mean everything you did this week was just pure gold.
It's been good.
About how What's
This week was just pure gold.
Awesome.
Well, we might have talked about it, but that's the least of your worries.
We actually not only did we touch on Ted Ginn putting up 0, but we checked in with our brand new newly hired sideline reporter Earl Thomas, and he chimed in. Actually, let's go to Earl real quick. Oh, okay, yeah, Earl still has the same opinion.
Yeah, he's still got the finger up.
Yep.
So, you have anything else to say for yourself?
I have Trey Boston that gets projected at like 7 points each week, but ends up scoring 20, so that's a plus.
Yeah, that was
and
okay.
Then I picked up, another Dallas Cowboy, and to replace Earl Thomas, and he's been averaging about 18 a week, so I think we're good.
Well, I mean, the thing is, your overall score is okay, but
I mean, I'm putting up 300. I hope that's okay.
it's just okay. I mean, it only beats us by 50 to 75, but you know.
Yeah, Austin, do you know the difference though between your team and my team?
Yeah, 1 win.
Yeah, I won.
With an incredible 260 points.
Score does not matter. 300 is not good.
No, it doesn't.
So 300 is not good. Wins are good.
Every week.
Right. I will say that Goff and Elliott are not going to hold those scores every week. So you better figure something out for Ted Ginn and now Earl Thomas
and Justin Houston for that matter.
Yeah, and Justin Houston and Kuechly.
T.Y. Hilton.
Wait a second. Did he not? Where is Kuechly? You didn't play Kuechly?
No,
he was on bye week.
Oh, okay.
So
I was gonna say you traded for him, you didn't play him. What's going on here?
So you traded a 2nd round pick and a full week of scoring for him.
So
you
wait,
couldn't have waited a week to make that trade?
He lost out on 17 points because of that trade because Earl Thomas is in.
Right.
Because he doesn't have the other person. So 17 points. Does that win the game?
No.
Oh, damn it.
What did Landon Collins do? What did Landon Collins do?
He had 28 points.
Week?
He had 28
points?
He had 28
that
points.
was his most production all year.
Oh, yeah. But don't worry. He's going to continue to do that.
He's going to be 25 plus every week now. And Kuechly's going to go out with...
Trey Boston is like two ranks behind him.
Probably. But overall, though, you look at Landon Collins over the history of his career, and he is the overall DB1 of all-time fantasy.
It's true.
Might as well give him up for Luke
Kuechly.
Kuechly.
Is overall linebacker 1, so...
Yeah, but now it's Darius Leonard, who you should know the most about, as the biggest Colts fan in this league.
That walked out of the locker room in a cam boot.
Well, that's true.
Not looking good for Thursday Night Football.
But you don't have his backup. Someone else does.
Hey, Austin,
Anthony Walker's the other linebacker.
I saw someone picked him up as a waiver.
Austin, I have a quick question for you.
What's up?
How many points did Marlon Mack score this week? Hey,
still waiting on it.
You couldn't have called it at a better time. We just finished talking about you.
Yeah. How about Hines? How's the next Darren Sproles doing?
He's doing great. Wilkins not doing so well.
So as a fan of the Colts, would you say that you're happier with Hines in there?
Yes, I am.
Even if
right you are.
Even if it means you have to put up with Ramsey talking about it for the next how many weeks we got left in this season?
Oh, every week.
Yeah.
Every week, baby.
I'd rather the Colts win than my fantasy football team, but neither is happening right now. So
I'm sure you got a good chance tomorrow.
Yeah, really good chance.
Really good chance.
They're so unpredictable with the amount of injuries they have on offense that they might have a chance.
Yeah.
They're going to get thumped. New England doesn't lay down for primetime games. You have no chance. Andrew Luck is going to cower. He's going to throw the ball 45 times.
He'll probably throw it 65 times.
For only 21 completions.
That's funny.
That's a bold call. I mean, New England's
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, there you go.
That's hilarious.
You hear everything here first. If you listen.
He's been averaging 265 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the teams that have beat the Patriots have thrown for over 230 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, have you seen Ryan Tannehill's averages and what he did this last week?
Yeah, but that's a division game. You can't.
Yeah, but this is a primetime game. same as a division game. Tom
Remember-
Brady always plays up.
Remember, Austin, if you've listened to the prediction show, Justin knows a lot about projecting scores. So you should really heed that. You might as well not even watch it tomorrow. There's not much reason.
31-17 final score. Patriots.
That's fair. Well,
17 gets his 2 touchdowns. So
Yeah, 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
it falls in line.
as long as Adam Vinatieri keeps climbing up that ladder, it's all right, right?
If Adam Vinatieri wins that game, at least that's the only thing that I can take joy out of in that whole game is if Adam Vinatieri wins it and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, you know how you become the all-time most successful kicker in the NFL?
You play a long time.
Yeah, you just play for 25 years. That's all you got to do. No
Yeah, but
talent.
he's only played for 22 years. Morton Anderson has played for 25 years.
Well, what's his accuracy ranking? Because we know Justin Tucker's number 1.
Right.
We know the Dallas's kicker, ex-kicker, is number 2. Where does Vinatieri fall?
I don't know. He falls with 4 Super Bowl rings, so that's all I know.
Oh yeah, but Vinatieri also the product of offenses.
South Dakota State.
Offenses led by 2 of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Morton Anderson didn't have that.
Patrick Mahomes
he had Archie
will
Manning.
enter that conversation shortly.
Patrick Mahomes. Bucker's going to be on that list in no
That's
time.
right, no time.
Anyway, I'm sorry the link didn't work. I'm guessing you're trying to go through your phone. I believe Jordan had that
Yeah.
same situation last week. I mean, it's 2018. Get a desktop computer or a laptop, man.
That sounds
I
a little
have
backwards,
some
actually.
Shut up,
surface.
son.
I just got home from driving 5 hours.
5 hours. That sounds like a long time.
But we do appreciate you, Austin, even though we're treating you terribly. And when you watch the video, you're not going to like us. But, you know,
Yeah, I can't wait for you to watch the video. I was very...
I expect nothing less.
yeah, we appreciate your artwork and that you are continuing to watch.
Look, your team, even minus this phone conversation, your team has gotten more coverage in this show than a lot of teams have gotten all season. So consider yourself lucky.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it wouldn't take much.
Oh, wait, no.
we lost
Austin.
him.
Oh, technical difficulty, we lost Austin.
Yeah. Oh, well.
That's what happens when you do it live, man.
Yeah, that's right. You can't guess anything. But yeah. I said it doesn't take much to get more coverage than some teams.
Speaking of which, let's get to the last game.
Okay.
T-Flex lost by 70. You know what? Putting up 249, I come back because Le'Veon Bell is apparently going to come back sometime soon-ish.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but...
And they have to play him if he comes back because they're paying him way too much money.
Exactly.
So,
Well, and the thing is they have no control over where he goes next. So you fucking run him into the ground.
Absolutely.
You ruin his career. You Earl Thomas him. Hey, Earl
my-
Thomas, how do you feel about Le'Veon Bell coming back and playing for the Steelers? Do you think that's a good idea?
yeah, he doesn't seem to think so.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah,
I don't think he
doesn't
likes
like
it at all.
I don't. He thinks he's going to ruin his long-term contract value.
That's I believe the concern.
Yeah.
No, let me ask you: if you're Le'Veon Bell, after watching what just happened to Earl Thomas, you come back this season?
He has to, because if he doesn't, he gets franchise tagged again.
That's true.
So
That's
if
true.
he doesn't show up at week 11, he doesn't get his free agency. He doesn't get to go somewhere else.
You come back and fake an injury?
That was widely suggested as to what he should
Oh,
do.
my hammy! After the first run.
Yeah. just-
Oh my god! I would like hand him
The
the
thing
ball
is,
and have
like-
him lay down on the field.
It'll probably actually happen and be like, you little
You
son of a-"
yeah.
You're gonna
Tor-
make $895,000
Torn
a game
ACL.
and not do anything. Speaking of that, Cody has done some, like, he did some really nice investigative work and
Yeah.
added to the site. He got my ACL watch on.
You,
I've been ignoring it completely, but there's actually a good bit of injuries.
you know what's really funny is I saw that he posted that and I was like, oh, that's really great. Like he did that. I'm gonna actually look through that, and I still haven't looked.
Yeah. No, it's a nice comprehensive list. It's a lot more than I remembered. So, you know, good job, Cody.
Yeah,
We appreciate you.
you do something other than win games.
Yeah. We may not talk about your game, but we appreciate you.
Man, that Davis.
Yeah, that was
out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, of course he would come out of nowhere and be on his team though.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so garbage.
Oh well. Darius Sanders in a walking boot. Try to find someone new.
Yeah, you heard it here first from our field reporter Austin Lee.
Yeah.
Coming, you heard him. He just got home after a 5-hour drive. Little did we know. Apparently, he was at the Colts practice facility, checking in on the team.
Yeah, he is our Colts specialist, so
Right.
I would take everything he says with 100% certainty.
Right. So we've covered all of our games. We've covered all of our teams.
Oh,
Except for one.
Yeah,
There's
I
one
forgot.
team left.
forgot about one team. That's why I was supposed to do this whenever we hit the MVP, but we talked about so many other things with him that it really didn't work out. Let's see. We got something going on here.
They can accuse us of a lot of things, but being underprepared is not one of them.
No, not at all, and now it's not working. All right, all convict team. Austin, we gotta talk about you again. You think that we're just showering you with attention here?
He's got a raging heart on right now.
It's terrible. I don't even want to talk now.
Oh, man.
So Ezekiel Elliott wins our MVP because he scored 62 points.
That's disgusting.
That is a ton of points for a running back. Did he have like 200 and some yards? I mean, you're a Dallas Cowboys fan.
It was
it's
like
a lot.
211.
We're glad to see on the all-convict team, even as a manager of it, that Ben Roethlisberger come back down to earth, score 39. I hope he stays there for the rest of his career. Otherwise, it was a down week for our convicts. I don't know if they're just not in condition because they've been in jail.
And you know what? We got a sneak peek at our prediction show where we'll talk about just Josh.
And I had to put him in
We
there
had
because
to.
these convicts are frail.
They are. They get
They're
injured.
they're not holding up real well. And
They get beat up
we
like
have-
they beat up women.
That's true, and they deserve it 100%.
Absolutely.
But I'm having a really hard time keeping this team together because I'm almost out of bench players. There is no one left. When bye week comes, I need some people to come back. Now I believe Joe Mixon is reported to be showing back up again, so I got my RB1 back.
Right.
But,
Well, your RB1's got to be Zeke.
For now, he's not going to get 240 yards every game. People are. I still don't know how they don't know just to stack the box. I mean, you talked about it in your show. Just stack the box. They don't have any ability to throw the ball downfield. Okay, our defense is letting us down too a little bit, but they still at least score 10 points apiece. So
that is some rough defense scoring there.
But still, 246.5, decent score normal weeks. This week we had an explosion of offense because of quarterbacks. Came in 12th place for our convict team. That's the worst finish so far. We were trending up. We started 7th in week 1, 6th in week 2, and 3rd overall week 3. Down to 12th. Not real excited about it. We're gonna have to get out in the jail yard. We're gonna have to start
lift some weights.
We're gonna have to start picking up some weights and maybe getting into practice. So next week we hope to come back with a vengeance. But I really don't. I don't see it happening. I mean, my old MVP Tyreek Hill, he's got to play the Jaguars. So I just don't. It's gonna be interesting.
I'm loving the Jags.
Yeah, I mean you do have a jersey on, so. The player who you are wearing is apparently the worst Jaguar right now because he can't stay on the field. But luckily, you were thinking ahead and you drafted his backup.
Well, because I dealt with this last year.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'm not running into that fucking mess every week again this year.
And they put him out there. Yeldon was questionable to start the game too, wasn't he?
Yeah, so I bench Yeldon and I start Fournette. And Yeldon puts up 30 and Fournette puts up 8.
But you still win the game.
I know.
However,
look.
You lose points by 40 this week to me in our overall yearly quest.
Look. It's not even about the points. It's about those W's.
That's true. We are tied in wins.
And
I love how you're giving up on it already. Oh, and I was
changing the rules.
Yep, I was.
Everybody knows the rules.
One rule. Everyone knows the rules. But I was going to watch the Browns game because I wanted to see how they collapsed and lost that game.
Yeah, it's
and I was going to, at the time, I was going to pay attention to Carlos Hyde on Game Pass. I was going to go back and do the quick view, 45 minutes, and then I thought about it and I was like, nah. No, I'm not going to do that. So,
I wish there was like some stupid Browns fan out there
that was tracking
that
people jumped over.
that had a website devoted to it.
So
Yeah.
the only thing we're going to be able to track by is highlight reels. If he pulls the hurdle,
Right.
that's the only person jumped over you're going to get. So
That's oh shit. What was the guy? NBA basketball player.
Muggsy Bogues. No.
Don't guess because you're not gonna get him.
No, I will say, just
play-
because I brought up Muggsy Bogues, there's a picture out there of Muggsy Bogues and one of his teammates, which was the tallest individual playing basketball. at the
Alonzo
time.
Mourning.
No, it's super skinny, tall
Uh,
Nigerian dude.
Mutombo?
No, it's even like he's 7'7". It is a hilarious picture. You got to see it, man. It's
I'll look
he
it up.
comes up to like his, not
His
even
dick?
his waist. Yeah, comes up to his balls.
Comes up to his dick. No, Nick Young,
Okay,
Swaggy P.
I don't know what that means.
This is his nickname. I have
Okay.
no clue why. Nick Young played for the Wizards
Okay,
for a long time. He's point guard. Like gets no assists whatsoever.
does he jump over people?
No, like he doesn't get any.
How's this leading
No,
to
no,
Carlos
well,
side?
no. So, like there was a game where John Wall had like 45 points.
Okay,
Or no, that's what it was. It was after he went to the Lakers. He went to the Lakers. It was the game that Kobe had where Kobe scored like 81 or whatever,
okay,
and or one of Kobe's like
yeah,
60
that's all he
plus.
did.
Yeah, and, Kobe's scoring a lot. Nick Young had 0 assists that game.
What did he do?
I don't know. I mean, he played the whole game.
He was
But-
a starter, and
yeah.
does he just stay on defense?
No, I don't. I have no clue. So he doesn't pass the ball. Like he shoots it. He doesn't pass the ball at all. It gets no assist. It was like when he played for Washington, it was just an ongoing thing. Like he ruined that offense because he doesn't pass the ball.
Anytime he got it, he shot it.
Yeah, but so a Lakers fan actually created a website that was called Swaggy P's Passes,
Uh-huh.
and it tracked how many assists he got each game. It was like 1, 0, 2, 1, 0. How?
Was he scoring points?
A little bit, but not. I mean, he's
They
not.
just weren't
he's,
giving him the ball.
he's not a great player. But how do you lead an offense in the NBA that scores 100 some points and get 1 assist?
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah. But I wish somebody would do something similar with Carlos Hyde and jumping and keep make a website dedicated.
Yeah, it's too bad you're not a Cleveland Browns fan because then you would actually be having him to do it.
I am a
mean,
Carlos Hyde fan though.
Yeah, Ohio State.
He's gonna jump over this people, so he's gonna do it.
There's still a couple weeks left.
All right, I think that wraps up. We went way off the rails there. Sorry for my.
Your basketball rant, which I cannot comment on because I haven't watched professional basketball my entire life.
All right, so before we go, let's open up this discussion about the Major League Baseball wild
Oh,
cards.
jeez. I think we're done. I think we're done. We'll see you next week.
I'll see you in a couple days. Zom will see you next week.